I do not remember what was happening.
We took a bit
Try
of a
not to say
break in
that.
between videos 6 and 7.
No one will be able to tell, though. Because we'll be just on top of the action as we were before.
Exactly. So does that mean we should be talking about something that happened a couple of videos ago? I believe now we're trying to figure out where Arthur McFly lives.
Nope. Oh, I see what you're doing here.
I was making a clever joke.
Yeah.
But
It went over my head, but I see now. I
That's
get it.
fine.
Just took me a couple seconds to register. I like how you said that's what you're going to do, but when you did it, I was still confused.
Well, I think now we're are we getting alcohol for the
Yes. He says he needs like 90% ethanol or something like that.
Yeah, all right. Now, see, this is the part of the game I have a problem with. Marty has a time machine. Why does he have to go to the here to get alcohol, where it's clearly going to be an enormous pain? Why doesn't he just travel back to 1985 and get some from like his cupboard?
That is an excellent point. He doesn't want to walk all the way to where he parked his car.
I guess.
Marty is really lazy.
I keep saying how I try not to look for this stuff, but that was something that really bugged me when I was playing it before.
I mean, is Marty 21?
I don't think so, but I gotta
Because
think.
then he might have a hard time being.
Yeah, I think his parents probably. I mean, his mom's a heavy drinker.
That's only in that one future.
I don't know. I think she still drinks. I think if he just went back to his house, he could find some. But nope, that's not what we're doing. Instead, we're going to hang out in the one time period where it's going to be most difficult to find alcohol, Prohibition, and try to solve some clever puzzles in order to get it instead. Oh well.
What Marty needs to do is find where that back door is, because then he can just stick his arm out and grab a barrel.
She's here actually ordering soup. Now, see, is this not like a soup kitchen for homeless people?
I think it is.
Because she's very clearly making an order here, she's getting it for. No, she's getting it for like. What is she getting it for?
She's
She's a delivery person,
meeting,
isn't she?
Yeah, there's some meeting that usually happens at her house.
That's right, and there's going to be a puzzle involving that in a little bit.
Yes.
If we haven't done it already. Okay. Right, so the idea is that unless we already did this, I don't think so. We have to get her to somehow obtain the alcohol.
Yes, that's true.
And then she will take the alcohol to where we need it.
Yes.
See, this is another puzzle that's a little complicated.
Yes.
Although, actually, it's the same one that we were referring to as complicated much earlier. So
yeah,
I can't put that on my tally sheet.
No, you can't count that one twice. That guy is really quick at bringing the alcohol in.
Is that the same guy still sitting there eating soup?
Yes.
The one.
It's a very big bowl of soup.
The one soup kitchen patron, besides Artie.
Just stop for a second. I can't get into the door over there. These tables are jamming it shut. The door? So your plan is to just waltz in there and...
I guess now we'll see how long it takes Michael to solve this.
Of course not.
Well, I'm assuming this is his second
Yeah,
playthrough.
I think you're probably right. He's been zooming through these pretty easily.
Well, it's a simple matter of physics. A lever, some sort of stop. Let me see what I can come up with.
Click on the guy. Click on the guy. Oh.
See what he says. I think Mario just says, I don't want to disturb him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either, because that bowl of soup is clearly empty by now. He's just crazy.
Excuse me. Welcome to me.
And the soup's not supposed to taste that good also, I think.
Yeah, that guy accidentally got a bowl of alcohol.
So I think the chef, for lack of a better term, makes some comments about how they can't afford any good spices. I believe there's some even this weird dialogue tree where you can like make suggestions on how we can improve the soup that doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
I was gonna say meatloaf cabbage. Everyone's a quick. Look, all I got to work with is this 2-bit
In fact, there it is.
barrel and spice rack that hadn't
Talking about the
been
spices.
restocked since the Coolidge administration. What do you think I should do to perk this slop up? Let's see.
Yeah.
You try.
Actually, I think you need to distract him so he can bang on the pipe, right?
Oh, is that what's... Yeah, okay. That's right. Because you tell him to try one of the spices and then, well, he's messing around.
He's like, yes, that's a great idea.
Okay.
I will try
You're
chili
right.
pepper.
I apologize. That's right. You bang on the pipe and that makes the alcohol appear.
Actually, what's going to happen now is, well, I won't say it, but it doesn't actually make it appear.
Oh.
You're going to see it. It's off the little trolley thing that brings it down.
Okay.
So it's going to fall.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
And no one notices that.
And all of a sudden, she happens to need more soup right now.
Please. Tell kid that soup or no soup needs not fooling anyone.
I hope she doesn't try to smell the soup before she starts to cook it.
Yeah, she is quite anti-alcohol. Put it mildly. She's very straight edge. Right. I don't think we've commented on this before, but I like that the cursor is the flux capacitor.
Yeah, that is a nice touch.
Yeah. And it fits so well, too, with games like Tales from Monkey Island, where it's a little X, like an X marks the spot kind of thing. It looks very similar to that. Very, very strong cursor. I'm starting to run out of things to talk about, aren't I?
No. Cursor size is very interesting.
Yeah, we already talked about what's going on here like a couple minutes ago.
Now, in the game, isn't it Frankenstein that he sees that sort of gets him off into science?
Yes, it is.
I thought in the movies, wasn't it like 30,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
Yeah.
Like,
I guess,
he's got all
they
sorts of
were
things.
both essential parts. Yeah. Actually, back when Telltale had just started working on this, do you remember they had that we posted about it on Nikola. They did a survey of people to test out different ideas they had for storylines, and one of them did involve that. And it was this really like weird thing where you had to go back in time and make sure Doc had a science book in his hands because that was the only way he would ever become a scientist.
It's a very important science book, apparently.
Yes, it might have been that.
I'm assuming that didn't test very well.
No. Well, because the way they had it written, it made it sound like they were mixing up their time travel theories, like we were talking about before, because it sounded like they were saying that you had to do that so Doc would learn science.
Oh, I see.
Like in the first place, not that. Like it seemed like Doc had would never have learned to do science if we had never given him that book.
Well, I'm glad they didn't do it that way then. I'm not sure how they could stretch that out into 5 episodes either.
Yeah, actually, I should go back and read because it was me, Michael Gray, and Lizzo all posted our reactions to the different storylines they posited in their survey. I should go back and see if they actually went with any of those storylines, as I seem to recall all of us poo-pooing most of them. It was neat. The survey had there was a question of which of these elements do you think is essential to the Back to the Future series. So it was things like hoverboards, the DeLorean, the train. One of the choices was the power of love, which I voted for, and I'm so upset that it did not make it anywhere in the new series.
I was hoping for a guitar solo at some point.
I mean, I guess, granted, the power of love only appears in one spot and in one scene in the first movie, but I still completely associate Back to the Future with that song to the point where this was posted on Game Goal, of course, but the point where during my wedding reception, that's the song that my wife and I came out to when we were introduced.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had the members of our wedding party were introduced to a song from Phoenix Wright.
Yikes.
It's the best reception ever.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. Instead of a first dance, we had a first video game.
Really?
Yeah, we our friend Matt, the best man, he programmed a level in Little Big Planet 2 for us to play.
Oh man, that's way too much work.
Oh, it was really wonderful, and people didn't seem to hate it too much. I was
No,
kind of afraid that people were going to be, our family members were going to be bored out of their mind, but Matt was really careful to make it only like 5 or 8 minutes long.
It's about the length of a first dance. Well, maybe not 8 minutes. It's a really long first dance.
Yes. Yeah. And we couldn't have actually done a first dance because there was not room enough in the reception hall to have a dance floor
Oh, that's
because
sad.
we had too many guests. So
you should have cut like 20 people.
yeah, that's what we would have had to have done.
You should have had like a reality TV show style elimination ceremony.
But my wife and I we're pretty happy for the excuse not to have dancing anyway. We're not really big dancers, so it all worked out. And then we also had our maid of honor, my wife's sister. She made 2 bride and groom Sackboy figurines for the cake toppers.
Man, all of our grooms, like men and bridesmaids, were slacking then.
Oh yeah, our people were on top of things. All right, so what's going on in the game now?
Oh, I stopped. He needs to. Oh, he's convincing young Doc Brown to host the thing at his house.
And then when he does that, then we'll have the soup/alcohol sent there.
Yes.
Okay. I can't tell if this part of the game is dragging on or if I just don't have anything to say about it. Maybe both.
We'll be quiet, right? Oh, yes. I play my tambourine very softly. Hear that? Yes, spots. What? It's still impossible.
No, don't pick that one. That doesn't sound right. Is it right?
I don't remember. I think this is one of the things where you pick all of them until eventually
Right.
he.
I'll take the train back to Washington and I'll
Oh wait, I think he's guilting him into doing it.
Wait.
I did like how his dad looks like Theodore Roosevelt.
Doc's dad?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they show him in this episode, but at least in the 5th episode.
I
It's like,
don't
what's
think
Teddy
we see him at all
Roosevelt
until
doing
the
here?
5th episode.
Edna Strickland. I don't know how to think of weird.
That is the one reason to play the 5th episode.
Telltale does have a history of incorporating presidents in their games. The stone head of Abraham Lincoln plays a major role in Sam Max.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Well, there's one episode where the statue of Abe Lincoln from DC comes to life, and you have to do stuff with it. And then from that point on, just the head becomes a character, and like one of the other characters starts dating it, and I think they get married at one point. Oh, it's wonderful. Actually.
This is a series I need to get into.
Yeah.